Have you ever wondered how businesses get approved for real estate, cars, or even large business lines of credit without even using their social? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly the tiers in the process of how to actually get that approved for your business and how you can actually climb the business credit tier without even using your social. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I created the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps with us get into the YouTube algorithm, and it helps us push this content to a larger audience, and allows me to leave these lights on for you guys to keep getting this content. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes. But before we get into meat and potatoes, guys, if you have any derogatories on your credit report, and I mean any, I mean collections, charge off, late payments, if you're trying to clean up your personal credit, because I understand that we all want to navigate around the bad credit that we have, but we definitely need to fix the personal credit also. If you have any of those issues, go to mycreditapproved.com. That's the website and the software where I generated and allowed you guys to create your own and generate your own dispute letters and generate your own dispute strategies to get those items removed. Guys, go to mycreditapproved.com. Now, let's dive in straight in now. I definitely want to go straight into the meat and potatoes on this one, seriously, because this is a lot of content and I want to give you guys the most in the window that I can definitely do it. So let's dive straight in, seriously. So the first and foremost option that you need to understand about business credit and personal credit is two different variables. They are not the same. They are not similar. Business credit tends to give you higher limits, and they really don't have a lot of stringent underwriting guidelines for you to get approved. You just have to know what you're doing. Business credit, in my mind, is sort of like a recipe, and once you follow the recipe, you should be good to write your ticket for your business. First and foremost, you have to make sure that your business is registered with your state. You have to make sure that you have an EIN number, and you have to make sure that also that you have a business bank account. Those are the three main components that any business should have to actually be considered as a business. Now, you have to understand the biggest difference between business credit and consumer credit is there is not a lot of variables when it comes to gauging your score with business credit. Consumer credit, you have utilization, you have payment history, you have credit mix, you have age, you have so many different variables that accumulate to generate a unique score. Business credit is one variable: on time payment. If you have a good track record with making your payments on time, and if you do that diligently, you will be great in business credit. If you don't, then you need to make sure that you are disciplining yourself before you even get into this realm, because like I said, business credit and consumer credit is differently, and business credit does not easily come off your credit report. They are not under the FCRA guidelines. So if you get business credit on your personal profile, is more difficult to get off than any consumer credit debt that you can possibly put on your profile. Business debt is a whole different game. So you want to make sure that you are disciplined enough and you are appropriating these funds correctly. You want to make sure that you are paying everything on time, and you are navigating all of the terms and conditions that you are signing up for. Yeah, so you want to make sure first and foremost that your business is structured properly. The deeper you get into these tiers, the more they're going to dive into the application. Now, I did say tiers. Tiers is a big word for this video because that is the navigation tool that you would need to follow for success in business credit, especially if you're separating from your social. Now, you want to make sure that you're separating the business credit from your social, just because, like I said, if you get this on your personal credit, guys, it is not the same as removing a collection or a charge off or late payments or inquiry. Is not the same because they are not under FCRA guidelines. The reason why people can get things off is because the FCRA gives you so much leverage on the placement of debt on your consumer profile. Business credit is a different game. That's why you need to separate it. Put all of the liability on the EIN, which is your business social. You don't want to put it on your consumer social. Now, like I said, if you are a person that's diligent, a person that's responsible, then it's okay for you to do that. I actually recommend for you to do that. But if you're not, make sure that you are separated. And I'm going to teach you the strategy to separate your EIN versus your social when it comes to these applications. Okay. Now you want to make sure that all business credit, like I said, is accumulated from your payment history. Payment history is the bread and butter for you to get a prime score. All you need is the payment to be reporting. Business credit does not report like consumer credit as well. It's kind of tweaks and different obstacles that you have to go with when it comes to getting items reported. I'm gonna give you some instances. So for your first tier, now it's probably like 7 tiers for getting those large lines of credit. The more items that you have reporting with perfect payment history, the more credibility that your profile will have, and the more credit that these creditors will extend to you. So you want to make sure that you start from tier 1. Now, tier 1 is under net 30 accounts. Net 30 accounts is accounts that's under a 30-day term. Now, after the 30 days, they're going to send you an invoice. You pay the invoice, and you basically put your business in a position where it is generating credit and generating payment history with a creditor. So you want to make sure that you're putting your business. Now, the toughest thing about, and the biggest mistake that most businesses do initially with business credit, is they apply for large lines early. Now, unless you have a perfect consumer report and a perfect payment history on that consumer report, I wouldn't attach any of these applications with my personal credit. I will build my business credit up and allow my business credit to have enough strength and weight and credibility to get me real estate, get me cars, get me assets, get me anything that I can use to generate more income, generate more passive income, and just put myself in a position, in my business, a position where I'm not leveraging cash. Now, you have to understand that one of the biggest reasons why businesses use business credit is because it is great for leveraging purposes. Walmart does not pay for any of the things inside of their stores with cash. What they do is they buy everything with business credit. You come in the store, pay for the items, and they get the profits from the items, and then they pay the business credit card bill when the business credit card bill comes. And that way they are not over leveraging their cash. Now, that is a very simplistic viewpoint of how Walmart actually works, but it's still a very clear point of view on how easy and how powerful business credit is. It is all about leveraging. The credit game is all about leveraging. Always remember that. Now, some of the first tiers that you want to get into, I'm about to give you. Now, I'm also going to put inside of the description a Microsoft document that's going to give you all of these tiers all the way up to, I think, 6 or 7, and it's going to give you all of the procedures and strategic guidelines that you have to follow for you to get approved and go to the next tier. Okay, now I'm not going to give you all 7 in this video. I'm going to give you probably 2 or 3, but I definitely want you to understand the concept and the snowball momentum that you can use in these guidelines moving forward. Okay, so you have to understand, like I said, you don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to rush the application. Now, increase is not the same as on the consumer that it is on business, right? Business is completely different, like I said. So, but you want to make sure that you're putting your business in the best position to be successful before you even do the applications, right? So you want to go into some introductory products, and Net 30, like I said, is great. But you have to understand and know the credits to go to, and here's some for reference. Okay, so I have Nav Business Boost. So Nav, go to nav.com. It's a great platform. I think it's free. They do have a premium product, but they definitely give you a good, clear view of your business. You can upload your finances. You can upload some of your reports. and it will give you a good description, a good synopsis of where your business at in its current state. And they do have something called NAV Business Boost, and you can go there, entertain it, see exactly the guidelines. If you like it, apply, and it's a potential add-on for you to get your payment history going. Now, before you get to tier 2 or tier 3, with tier 1, you want to make sure you get at least 3 to 4 of tier 1 net 30 accounts reporting accurately every month. Now, these accounts don't report like consumer accounts. So as soon as your credit card bill is due the following month, it's not going to report. Sometimes you have to spend a certain amount on these websites. You have to occupy a certain amount of transactions on the website to even get things reported. And some of the guidelines is going to be the document that I just discussed in the description below. So NAV Business Boost. You want to go into possibly getting at least 1 or 2 gas cards. Gas cards is fairly easy. Sometimes you have to put a small deposit down, but like I said, this is to get your ball rolling. You want to start a snowball, like a snowball. When a snowball goes down a mountain, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is the exact same repeated success when it comes to these tiers. Okay, so looking to getting some gas cards as well. You can go to Granger. Granger is a good company. Granger is a net 30 account. Now, when you go on a website, make sure that you are reading the guidelines so you can understand how their business model works, and don't get hung up on the products if you need them or not. You want to make sure that you are using these products as a stepping stool to get to a different tier. So try to find a product that you can benefit from as much as possible. One of the biggest gripes about the first tier is that people say they can't use a lot of the products. Another one is Quill. Quill is a great company as well for you to actually go into. It is a net 30 account. Now, I know a lot of companies can use them because they sell things like ink and toilet paper and things for office supplies, things like that. So Quill is another one as well. Now, that is tier 1. Like I said, you want to get at least 4 to 5 tier 1s before you go to tier 2. Now, the prerequisite for getting to tier 2, you want to make sure you get a paydex score reporting. A paydex score is one of the credit bureaus that monitor your business credit. And like I said, you have to get some activity going and some payment history going before you can actually get a paydex score reporting. You want to get at least paydex and your DNB trade lines reporting before you even start this tier 2. Now, tier 2, you can actually go into start getting some store accounts. Store accounts is like Staples, Office Depot, Valero, Citibank gas cards, and any sale service. So now you can start getting some of these brands that you're probably a little bit more familiar with, and it's starting to get a little bit more exciting. Now, you want to make sure, like I said, you get 4 or 5 of these reporting. Now, while you're getting these items reporting, you want to make sure that these items are being paid on time. You do not want to miss one payment. Missing one payment will drag your business score before you start it. So you want to make sure that you are appropriating all of these accounts while you're building this momentum for your business credit. Now, let's head over to tier 3. Now, tier 3, you can get some products that you probably can get a little bit more excited than the tier 1 and tier 2. For instance, we have Sears, we have Best Buy, we have most Citibank store cards with the exception of Home Depot. We have Northern Tool, New Egg. So these are products you can actually get large lines. Like I said, business credit and consumer credit does not have the same credit lines. The business credit lines are a lot larger, but like I said, you want to have at least 4 to 5 accounts on the tier 2 to tier 1 before we go to tier 3. Tier 4 is like auto loans. It is, you can go to Dell, you can go to Apple, you can go into actually writing your own ticket. Once you get at least 6 to 8 of these accounts reporting on your profile with perfect payment history, you can literally at that point start experimenting with different applications for whatever you want to get approved for. And that can be a vehicle at that point, that can be different types of real estate, there can be different types of assets as well. But you want to make sure that you have your business legitimized. So that can be adding 401, that can mean a Google listing, having a business bank account, having a business email. Don't have Yahoo, don't have Google, have at whatever your business is, and have a Google listing, guys. You want to make sure that your business is as legitimate as possible, so when they are extending these lines of credit, they are as comfortable as possible. So guys, now I want to talk about a great business opportunity for you guys. If you need any type of business credit help when it comes to building business credit yourself, or if you need a little hand holding when it comes to this process, go over to 5-Star Processing. They have a great business credit university that you can literally make sure that you're building your business credit to get these 50, 100, 200, whatever lines of credit that you want. The sky's the limit when it comes to business credit. You want to go over to 5-Star Processing and actually entertain any offers when it comes to the business university. I feel like both is great, and I feel like it has more value than it's actually asking when it comes to the consumer monetary admission. It's a great product, guys, and it assures you that you are doing everything right. This video can only extend so much courtesy for your particular business, and going over to the university, it will put you in your business in a perfect position to have the great overall experience when it comes to going into the business credit profiling perfectly. Guys, if you found any of this information helpful, please head over to mycreditapproved.com and let us know exactly your issues when it comes to any type of business, whether it's business credit, business, consumer credit, consumer debt, anything like that. Head over to mycreditapproved.com. Guys, until next time, please take care of yourself and take care of your credit. Credit Coach Q out.